Could AI really replace the product manager role? Is the PM function dead? These are the questions echoing across various Slack groups, LinkedIn posts, and other product forums. The short answer is no, the PM role is not dead. It's in fact transforming. But transformation means we as product managers must adapt. We must evolve into an AI augmented decision maker, designer, and builders. Today, I'm going to share 5 essential practices every PM must pursue to stay ahead in this new era, the AI agentic era. Generative AI or the GenAI has redefined what AI means to the masses. We essentially have forked the AI into 2 distinct disciplines. The traditional AI, think machine learning models trained over months with structured data, and then the GenAI powered by the large language models capable of generating text, code, visuals, and even product strategies. Tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, GitHub, Copilot have democratized access to AI. As of 2024, over 100 million developers and knowledge workers are using AI-assisted tools regularly. But the biggest impact is in the community of software product development. The integrated development environment or IDE platforms like Replit, Cursor, Glitch now allow a non-technical folks like me to build and deploy end-to-end SaaS applications. Code generation, testing, marketing, go-to-market planning can now be bootstrapped by AI agents. According to McKinsey, GenAI could automate up to 60 to 70% of all of PM's daily tasks. But here's the nuance. Automation doesn't eliminate value of PMs. It only shifts where and how you can create it. The 5 practices to future-proof yourself as a PM. Domain and problem space mastery. Learn GenAI tools and how they think. Wipe code an idea every week and present to your audience. Use GenAI in every PM task and look beyond your assigned work. In an AI world, execution is a commodity. Insight is the new currency. A good prompt is useless if you don't deeply understand the problem you are solving. As AI tools get better at building features, PMs must get better at defining the right problems. Why it matters? So PMs who deeply understand their domain will always add irreplaceable value. That's what feeds better prompts, sharper customer insights, and better strategic bets. Only 13% of enterprise PMs say they understand the customer problems better than their competitors. This is coming from one of the survey by Product Board in 2023. So if you are an experienced PM fearing the AI is going to disrupt you, look at it as a blessing. With AI, every domain expert is an asset to the team. Your insight into the problem space is quintessential in churning out ideas into products at a rapid pace. Now is the time to upskill your AI skill set and leverage your domain knowledge to its maximum. On the other hand, you may be an aspiring PM or a person early on in your PM career, and you may be very highly savvy about the GenAI tools, already becoming very hands-on with the agentic tools. However, you may relatively be new to the problem space, especially if you have not lived that life. For example, a PM in a banking software space who has not worked as a banker. This set of product managers really need to roll up their sleeves and go deep in understanding the problem space. You should try to engage with the customers more regularly and more intentionally. Talk to your experienced peers, pursue various academic certifications, or even consider working in that industry for a couple of years. So this will set you up with a strong foundation for a long-term success. AI agents aren't just tools. They are cognitive partners. They can reason, they can execute tasks, and they can be chained together to achieve multi-step objectives. It's important to prioritize learning of all of these GenAI tools and how they think so that you are in a position to adapt them in your life as a product manager. So here are some of the tools to consider as highly useful and important for the product managers. First, the LLM type tools like ChatGPT. Use this tool for improving your prompting techniques. Try simple scenarios at work or even at home in personal situations. Observe the results based on the prompts and especially notice what is lowering the quality of results and what is actually improving the quality of results. Second, some of the AI agentic tools like Flowise, Dust, or may even be tools that are already developed in-house in your organizations. And this is where the SaaS world is shifting towards. So these are the tools that takes you beyond as a product manager in writing the requirements and writing the designs into someone who can actually deliver a working software. And then the IDE tools like Replit. This actually opens up unlimited creative opportunities. You can prototype end-to-end web applications that can incorporate agentic flows and the regular application flows. Use this as a vehicle to prototype ideas. Many of them can be prototyped even less than a day, in few hours, into some working prototype. The key part here is, unlike a traditional space where a lot of theoretical learning helps, this is an area where no amount of theory is going to help, and being hands-on is the best way to learn. So learn to prompt and direct agents the way you direct your teams. Understand their limitations and how the logic operates behind the scenes, and try to see how you can understand enough to get a desired outcome for your product ideas. With AI tooling, you can go from an idea to an MVP in a weekend, whether it's an onboarding assistant or a school kids rewards point system or a YouTube to a block converter application. Build something every week. Vibe coding is all about turning intuition into experimentation. According to Anderson Horowitz, 80% of successful startup ideas in 2024 were initially created as a quick AI-powered prototypes. Let me give an example. So I have been vibe coding almost every week over the last 6 months now. We were actually in a interesting situation a couple of months back. The team was working on a next-gen initiative, and we were on a weekly churn to validate design ideas with key stakeholders. While we had the UX team ready to go on Figma, the time to articulate and communicate the requirements were too short. So I vibe coded the 3 main user flows and developed a very high fidelity mock-up with my mental model of the solution, and then did that version in just about 3 hours. The next day, the UX team was able to absorb and turn that into a Figma prototype, and we were ready for the discussion. What could have taken a week or so was completed in less than a day. Essentially, I described everything in plain English, what the UI should look like, what kind of widgets it's requiring, what are the user click events, and I also gave some sample data along the way. So absolutely vibe coded all through that process, and it produced a super interactive set of pages that would not be possible through any kind of a wireframing tool. So the key here is also you should appreciate how you can collaborate with your engineers and UX partners. So while I vibe coded, I still collaborated with my UX designer to eventually build a Figma prototype. So it's an inclusive angle that you should consider as you are vibe, especially if you're vibe coding at work, and not in any way trying to reduce their value. My team is fully ready to vibe code and showcase many more design ideas in coming months. More importantly, in addition to vibe coding, you should also prepare and present your ideas to the intended audience. Even outside of work and your personal learning projects, you should present them to your family and friends. This would make you super ready for many high-stakes conversation, and every conversation in an AI era is going to be a high-stakes conversation. So build one vibe project every week and share it with your peers and keep your creative engine running. Now, with the product mastery and problem space understanding and having clear insights on what are the things to solve, later on learning the AI tools, and then vibe coding every week, now it suddenly opens up a whole new space. How can you use GenAI in every PM task? So stop seeing GenAI as optional. In fact, start using it in every step of your workflow. Take a moment and think, hey, can this work be done using GenAI as your first principle? So some of the things that you could consider doing as leveraging the GenAI is drafting your PRDs, checking your vision, understanding some of the problem space and the use cases, generating project execution plans with including Jira stories, and generating test plans, generating some kind of a documentation. My team and we use GenAI for a number of scenarios. Some of them use case discovery, And one of the interesting things that we use it for is understanding broad patterns of a horizontal business function across industries. Hey, this same function is happening in every business, but however, there might be some nuances that are very unique to each industry and some which are very standard across the industries. Right? So GenAI is effectively used to understand those patterns. And improving documentation is one of the big areas that we are looking at and we are actively pursuing, especially the release documentations and the like. So treat GenAI like your co-pilot, and every time you do a task, ask, can I use AI to accelerate or augment it? So the key insight here is, while these tools helps you bootstrap and cut down on many overheads, you still need to apply your judgment and tweak as needed. So that's why domain mastery, strong product management foundations are still essential while you can take advantage of these new tools. With the unlock through AI, PMs should not just be micro-focused on what's being assigned to them. This is the time to leap into another level of showing high agency. This is about seeing how you can help your organizations achieve more with AI. Some of the examples of looking beyond your assigned work are take advantage of hackathon competitions within the company. So those are great opportunities where it gives you more leverage to work on something that is completely outside your current product portfolio. It's a great opportunity and vehicle for contribution to the organization. Second, contribute to internal tooling ideas that can improve productivity and quality of work. A tooling idea that can across the board help a particular function in your organization. Helping PM peers in their projects where you see opportunity to use AI. So this is an interesting angle. There might be peer PM teams where they are still catching up with this whole AI momentum, or there could also be teams that may be missing an opportunity to leverage an AI where it could be used, and you see that as an opportunity. Try to go for it and then see how best you can collaborate and then contribute to that kind of a situation. And then wipe code with your engineers actually. So ask them, hey, what their biggest ideas are. Sometimes engineers, have a number of good ideas. They would have grown beyond just being a technical person into a strong functional architecture oriented person. So this is a great scenario where you can, tap into those ideas and then help them shape it and then partner with them to even develop a prototype. One of the surveys by Pragmatic Institute Careers in 2023 clearly says that PMs who take initiative across the functions are 2.5x more likely to move into leadership roles. So every quarter, pick an area outside your charter and deliver measurable impact. So that is this famous saying now floating around, which is absolutely true. AI won't replace product managers, but PMs who use AI will replace those who don't. The PM's role isn't going to become extinct. It's evolving into new species, the agentic PMs. These are the professionals who think in systems, who can co-create with machines and constantly prototype their own value. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable, play, learn and experiment, wipe code, and more importantly, stay ahead. Thank you for listening to this episode. I look forward to your experiences of learning the various AI tool and applying in your own professional and personal situations. And I'm looking forward to meeting you soon next time. Thank you.